Hello friends, I'm C. Abdul Rafiq, Managing Director of Windsor Infotech Limited. I'm delighted to welcome you to this webinar on how to use TCAT for assurance. This is a webinar series on automate to accelerate progress, focusing on how chartered accountants can use technology to automate their business processes and accelerate progress. Let's get started. This is a brief profile of mine. I passed my CA in 1985 and CISA in 1995, and I've been focusing on information technology enabled services. I started this company, Windsor Infotech, in 1994, and since the last 10 years, I have been completely dedicated to developing innovative solutions for chartered accountants. Now, these are the learning objectives of this webinar today. We look at why use TCAT for assurance. Second, we'll understand what are the 5 simple steps for using TCAT. Third, we'll walk through the functions of TCAT. And four, we will have a demo of audit tests using TCAT. I would like to spend significant amount of time on giving you a demo and walking you through the nitty-gritties of how you can use TCAT for assurance. Let's quickly look at why use TCAT for assurance. We know that Tally is the most popular and widely used accounting software in India. So the challenge is, how do we get the data from Tally so that we can get it in Excel and use it for further analysis? So the challenge always has been that we can export data from Tally, but it's not properly structured. Now, how can we get the information of the masters data and the reports into MS Excel so that we can do further analysis? This is what we would require. And quite often you find the problem is that data exported to MS Excel is from Tally, takes time, and even after formatting, we find it not really usable for doing analysis in Excel or in any other data analytics software. So in what format is data available in Tally? We know that if you want data of masters, Tally gives you the option of exporting this with ODBC, which means even in Excel, you can use the ODBC feature and export the data, but that is quite cumbersome. The second option it provides, especially for exporting transactions from Tally, other than the exporting to PDF, Excel, XML, etc., is through the SOAP request, which is the XML format. Now, what is the key to access data from Tally? The challenge is you should know what is the type of data you want. Based on that, you get that information. For example, if you look at the master data itself, there are more than 200 types of tables which are stored inside Tally. Tally gives you the option to know the names and also the elements of each of the tables. So if you know these tables, you can export any data of the masters from Tally using the ODBC feature, or there is a feature of SQL in Tally through which you can export the data. Maybe when I give the demo of Tally, I'll also show it to you how that is possible. The challenge is, how do we get the data of the transactions or the vouchers from Tally? The only way you can do that is to do the SOAP request. And the data Tally gives you is in XML format. For every voucher, every row of the transactions, it could be possible that there are 100 to 300 rows or XML elements, because Tally stores a significant amount of details for each of the transactions. Maybe what I'll also show you, I'll also show an XML file so that you get an idea how you get the data from Tally in XML. Now, important thing is, once you get the data from XML, your software should be able to pick up which are the XML tags which are relevant for you and pick the data from that XML tags. So the solution we provide for you is called as TCAT, that is Tally to Excel. You can export the data of masters or transactions, and in some cases the reports, from Tally to MS Excel in a structured format in a few clicks. Now, this gives you the reason why you need to use TCAT. TCAT is an automated solution for exporting data from Tally to MS Excel in a few clicks. You don't need to know SQL, you don't need to know XML. We provide TCAT as an add-in to Excel, which means you know how to click, you know how to use Excel. You can use any of the functions of TCAT. It's very, very simple to learn and use. Once you get the data from Tally to Excel, you can perform any type of analysis. So I'll show you shortly the demo so that you can get a perspective of how this easy it is to do this. Let's understand what are the salient features of TCAT. Why do you need to use TCAT? It supplements the simplicity of Tally with the power of data analytics of MS Excel or any other data analytics software. Who can use TCAT? Audit and accounting professionals, CXOs, and compliance managers can use it. How to use it? I'll show it to you a little later. It's very, very simple. The functions are organized as per menus and functions in each of the panels. You can go to the specific panel, pick up the menu, in the menu, pick up a function, and you can export the data. For example, you want to export daybook transactions pertaining to accounting. There's a panel called accounting. In accounting, you click on daybook, the form will open. You can select which is the period. Based on that, you can export the daybook transactions. When to use it? Whenever you want to extract all the daybook transactions or any specific details. For example, you want, let's say, ledgers of all the accounts under indirect expenses, or you want details, ledgers of, let's say, TDS account. So you can extract specific details or all the details. You can also query and get data based on specific functions. For example, you want to pick up all cash transactions where the amount is greater than 10,000. It's also possible to extract those details only from Tally to Excel. Now, having understood why use TCAT for assurance, let's go to the next step. We are going to look at what are the 5 simple steps for using TCAT. What is TCAT all about? You want to export master data from Tally to Excel. So it means we have the Tally, which is the power of simplicity. You link it to the TCAT, so you can export the masters or vouchers to Excel in a few clicks. Now, these are the 5 simple steps. Open Tally, select the company and set period for which the data is required. This is a no-brainer. Second, identify the specific masters or the voucher data to be imported from Tally to Excel, which means what is the data you're looking for? I'm looking for accounting transactions, inventory transactions, payroll transactions, cost center transactions. Be clear about what is the type of data you want. Do you want the masters or the voucher data? What is the period for which you want to select the data to export from Tally to Excel? Then open MS Excel and click on the TCAT tab, and then use the specific function of TCAT to get the required data into Excel worksheet. Review the data in MS Excel and analyze whether the data is as per your requirements. Now let me just do a quick walkthrough so that you get an idea. So I'll do a quick walkthrough of this 5 steps so that you get a perspective of how to use TCAT. Now I'm coming to first step, Tally, which means in this case, I open Tally and I opened the company for this particular period, 1918. Okay, so it means I've already done the first step. Open Tally and select the company and set period for which the data is required. That is done. Identify specific masters or voucher data to import from Tally to Excel. Let me come here. I come to Tally. Now let's say I want to pick up transactions pertaining to the daybook of, let's say, I want to pick up all transactions pertaining to payments. Now let me see how many payment transactions are there. Okay, now if you see here, these are all the vouchers. There are totally 1070 vouchers. I want to pick up transactions, let's say, pertaining to payments. There are 440 transactions. I want to export all these payment transactions. This is the second step. I'm clear about what I want from Tally. Third, open MS Excel and click on the TCAT tab. Now let me come to Excel. Excel is not open, so I'm going to open Excel. I'll also be doing a recording of this video, which will be available, and I'll add a specific timing for each of the specific topics. So those of you who are interested, rather than watching all the video, you would like to go to any specific section or any specific function, you can click on the link and you can go to the specific function. I've opened Excel. I'm opening a blank sheet. Now here you see, this is what we're talking about. This is a function software called TCAT. Now if you see TCAT, now there are various types of panels. You got the configure, documents, profile, accounting, inventory, cost center. I'm going to come into the details a little later. So I've opened. Now if you come to the third step, what did we say? Open MS Excel, I click on the TCAT tab. We already done this. Now let's go to the fourth step, which is use specific function of TCAT to get the required data into MS Excel. Okay, now I got Excel. This is the Excel data. I got TCAT. Now I wanted daybook. I'm going to daybook transactions. Now remember, I wanted the payment transactions. This will verify whether Tally is open. When you do it first time, especially in Tally Prime, it takes a little time. So it will check the configuration and various other settings. So you should keep Tally open for the purpose of accessing the transactions. Now we also got a function, if Tally is not open, we also got one more function called open Tally. In this, using this function, you can open Tally and save the path where the Tally exe is available. Second, you can also save the path where the data is stored. Now, if you see, I've got the daybook transactions. Now, this gives me, it is identified in this case because I'm using the demo version. I've just used 2 days transactions here. Now, I'm going to come to specific. Here, I wanted only payments. I'm just going to select payment. That's all. Now, it also gives me whether you want transactions with narration, transaction type, party name, etc. For the timing, I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then I say OK. Now, this will send a query XML SOAP request to Tally. It will get the response from Tally. Tally will give you an XML file. That XML file is read, and each of the element of data which I require is copied into Excel and transferred here. Now you see all the 440 transactions I told you have been completed in a jiffy. Okay. Now if you want to see how the XML file looks like, I think I'll show you that also so that you get an idea. Let's say I come back here. Now this is an XML file. I'm going to open through Notepad++. Now this is the XML data which you get from Tally. So here we are importing data. This pertaining to the masters. See here it tells you for each of this, it tells you the date. Okay, here there is a number which is stored, voucher type name, voucher number. Then you have so many other fields. So from this element, that's what I said, for each of the transactions, you should know what is the type of data you want to pick. For example, for this voucher, let's say it starts from 15. Now I click here. Now you see 15 to 205, which means this one voucher has got 190 rows. Now let's look at the second position. Now here if you see 205, this is voucher number dated 01/04/2019. Okay, what is the narration? This is the narration. You got the party ledger name, this is the journal. Then you have various other things, accounting voucher view. There are so many other details available. Now here it tells you the altered by who has done, what is the voucher key, all those things. Now here it tells me the amount. Minus in Tally means debit. It gives me the ledger name rent. Okay, it also gives you the VAT amount, etc. Here it tells me the ledger name. Okay, here it gives me the amount. So I should be able to go through each of these elements from these 190 elements which are available. Here you got one more ledger name. And now this is the credit amount, which means positive is credit in Tally. And this completes this particular step. Okay. Now if you see 205 to 469, which means 264 rows of XML tags you have to read. From this we have picked up, what is that I picked up in XML? If you see here, I just picked up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elements of data. So I pick up the 9 elements of data, put it in data grid and give Excel in a few seconds. So now we have come to the fourth step, which means what did we do here? We use specific functions of TCAT to get the required data into MS Excel. Once I've got the data, review the data in MS Excel and analyze as required, which you already done. I just want to check what are the data available. I saw that voucher type is all payments. Okay, I also saw it's actually from 1 to 440. Now you see the beauty of this particular data which is presented to you is it already got a filter automatically. Now here if you go inside this, I'll be able to pick the dates. Here I can go and filter based on any of the types. I want to pick up all transactions pertaining to, let's say, Azure systems. I click here, I can get transactions pertaining to this particular company. Now I want to pick up the transactions pertaining to advanced tax. I can go and pick up the transactions pertaining to advanced tax. Now let's say I want to pick up all the payments. Now I want to sort it. So I just go and click here, sort. I get the details based on descending or ascending order. Okay, this is how easy it is for me to analyze. Once I got the data, it becomes very easy for me to analyze, which means I can do a ledger scrutiny based on this. This, you remember, I extracted only the payment. Similarly, I can extract the receipt, or I can extract the sales, or all the vouchers I can extract in one go. Let's say I want to extract all the vouchers. Let's see how much time it takes. So what do? I already am TCAT. I click on TCAT. I go to daybook. I say transactions. I come to transactions. Now here, if you see, I'm just saying extract all the transactions. Okay, you remember there are totally 1,570 transactions. So what is happening now? It's getting the data from Tally, which means you're sending a request to Tally, a SOAP request. Tally will read what is the type of data you want, and now we already got the response. Now if you see here, totally there are 3,111 rows, 10 rows, and able to get all these transactions pertaining to this particular period. Now this is actually pertaining to the full year, but for the purpose of importing, I've just kept the data as 1 and 2. Now if you see, these are all the transactions. These are pertaining to sales voucher. Okay, now if you see, I want to pick up all transactions pertaining to contra. I can pick up all transactions pertaining to contra. Which means depending on what I want, I can extract the data. Now I want to sort this. So I can use the Excel functions. I can seamlessly move from the TCAT functions to Excel because this is an add into Excel. So it means I have the power of using the data analytics features of TCAT and also of Excel. And if I got any other audit software, like for example, we have got a software called ECAT Enterprise, I can also, let's say, use this and create a pivot table based on this. Let's say I want to create a pivot table based on this. Okay, I just go here. In this case, I want to insert a pivot table. Insert pivot table. Now it's already picked up the complete set of data. I say put it in new worksheet. I got the data. Now I want total of ledgers, and I want the total of the debit and the credit. Now you see, based on this, I want the count. I can just go and add the count. Now here, if you see, for each of the ledgers, I'm able to know the total of the debit and the credit. So this is how easy it is to use the Excel functions once you got the data in a structured manner into Excel. Now let's say I want to search on narration for a particular thing. I can also go and search on the particular narration. Okay, now let's come back to my presentation. So this is how simple it is to export any of the masters or vouchers from Tally using TCAT into MS Excel. Now let's go to the third step, walkthrough of the functions of TCAT, where I'm going to give you a quick overview of what are the functions which are available in TCAT. What can you do with TCAT? Now remember, I showed you the TCAT. So these are the panels which are available. This gives you a brief explanation of what are the type of features which are available, which are possible in each of these panels. For example, the configure panel displays option to open Tally, create company info, and to perform some of the key functions in the background. For example, the daybook we talked about, let's say it has got about 2 lakh records. So it may take about 20 minutes. In that case, what you do, you cannot use Excel during that period. You can use the perform in background. In that case, that function will be performed in background. You also have the document panel, where you can create file info, log of Excel files, activities, and provide sample data and checklist. You also have the profile menu, which displays the masters. You have accounting menu, inventory, cost center, payroll. You can also export all the registers of sales, purchase, and journal. You can also perform analysis. Tally has got a security and control feature. We have provided you all the reports of the security and control features in a few clicks. And you also got certain tools. Now let me show you in TCAT how this looks like. TCAT, how it looks like. This is the TCAT. If you see here, I got the configure, the documents. In documents, I got Excel log. What is Excel log all about? Now this maintains a log of all the activities you performed in Excel. Okay, this becomes a documentation for you. Not only that, if you want to go to any specific function, you can click on that particular file, say open file location. or you can also open that file. Similarly, activities log will maintain log of all the activities you have performed in the software. Okay, now this gives you the complete list of all the functions I performed right from the beginning in this particular software. Okay, right. Now let's come back. Similarly, if you got profile, what are functions you performed? Let me finish this document part. I can also rerun the same function. I can also refresh, which means last performed function can be performed. Now, if you just take the cursor here, now this also gives you a tooltip. Now, index, you can create an index file. What is index sheet? You see here, index will create an index sheet with the link of all the files. Not only that, it gets a summary of all the files which are the rows and columns in each of the worksheets. Similarly, you got the profile menu where you can export the masters. I'll come to this a little later. Similarly, I said accounting, inventory, like that you got different panels. Let's come back here. Now here, I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of what are the functions which are available. Now, if you see here, configure, this gives you the list of the functions. Similarly, documents, this gives a list of the functions. Profile menu, general info, master info, and queries. In accounting panel, you got the daybook menu. In daybook menu, you can export transactions. That is the daybook transactions. You can export the ledger vouchers. You can also export bill-wise transactions, cash transactions, bank transactions, like that. Let me show you. I'll show you two things. Now let me open a new workbook. Now this is a new workbook, TCAT. Now let's say I want to export the masters. I just go to general info. This is the masters which are available. I say select all and say OK. Now you see I have exported all the masters. This gives you the details. What is the password policy? What is the system info? What is the statutory info? Similarly, you got the license info, company features enabled, and the company info. Okay, which means at one glance I'm able to get all these details. Now let's say I come to master info. Now master info gives me details pertaining to accounting, inventory, cost center, compliances, and the payroll. Now let's say I want to extract all the details pertaining to accounting. I say accounting. Now in this case, I don't have GST-led ledgers, so I'll ignore this. I also want to extract all the masters pertaining to inventory. I say extract. I can also say cost centers. For the timing, I'll leave it. Then I say OK. Now you find here, I can extract all this information from Tally to Excel in a few clicks. Okay, now if you see here, I got this stock group. Okay, now if you see here, I got the stock group items, pricing, inventory, item configuration, stock item analysis. Now there is a plethora of data available. There's a gold mine of information available based on which you can do the analysis. So this could be the first step for you to do the audit, where you do a profiling of the data to understand at a macro level what is the data all about. For example, here we have given you all the expense ledgers from Tally. Now, if you want to filter and take, let's say, I want to pick up all the expenses which are coming under indirect expenses. Now, this gives me a list of all the indirect expenses. In this, I want to sort the expenses. In Tally, remember I told you minus means debit. Okay, I can also check, are there any in expenses, are there any credit balances? Is there any positive balance, which means it's a creditor? Okay, which means there are two accounts which have got credit balances. Let me go and check that. So I'll remove this, come back, and then down. I can also use a number filter for this. Now here, if I say freight outwards, it has got a credit balance. Similarly, transportation package also has got a credit balance. So you can check up how come there is a credit balance. Now let's say I want to extract only the transactions pertaining to transportation and packaging. How do I do that? Now let me say I'll open one more workbook. So here I come to TCAT. So you remember I told you we can extract daybook transactions. I showed you the daybook transactions. I come to transactions here. In transactions, I want to extract. In extract, I've got all these options. I can extract all the ledgers, or extract only expense ledgers, or I can extract as per the primary group or the parent. When I click on the parent, all the parents available would be available here. Okay, from which I can select. Let's say I pick up administrative expenses. All the ledgers under administrative expenses will be shown, and I can select which I want, or I can select everything and I can export this in one go. Let's say now here what I wanted was I wanted ledgers. Here you remember we wanted transportation. I can just type transportation, automatically it will pick up, it should display you. I've already picked up this one. I want to export this transportation and packaging. Now it's extracting the ledger transactions of transportation packaging. Now if you see here, I got all the transactions. Now if you see the debit, and this gives me the credit. Yeah, now if you see here, I'm able to see all the details, all the transactions which happened. I am able to get this particular details. Now, sorry, I opened this debug extract. Let me close this. I want to come back to my transportation. This is what I said. From here, we want to go to the transportation. This is where the transportation is available. No, this is the, let me close this. This is where I had the transportation. Let me expand this a little. Yeah, this is the transportation I had. Now, if you see, sorry, this is also day book. It should have come here. Yes, this is the ledger of the. No, this is also pertaining to. Let me see where it went. I think it has gone into another Excel sheet. What I'll do is, let me just see. Yeah, let me come back to Excel. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'm going to open a new Excel, and I've got a blank Excel. Let me close the file which is not required, so we don't have any confusion. I'm going to close this. Okay, so I've already shown you how we can export the day book. I've shown you how you can export the masters, general info, master info. You can also query, which means I want to pick up where opening balance is equal to 0, closing balance is equal to 0. Like that, there are multiple types of queries you can do directly here. You can get all the queries and then you can analyze and pick up all the exceptions or irregularities. Now here I was telling you in daybook, I was looking at transactions. I'll show you another way of picking the transactions. Okay, now I got this. I go to extract. Now here, I just go to transportation and say contains trans. Now it pick up all the transactions which I got transportation, and this is what I was interested in, transportation and packing. Now transportation and packing, if they pass some expenses, I also want to know to which parent it belongs. Now you can also combine this with the parent, which means it will pick up, combine with the masters. So if you see, when I take the ledger, it has got only the ledger name. I also want to analyze to which parent it belongs. I can also combine. This will take it a little time because it has to link with the masters. Okay, as the transaction not many, I'm just doing it. Okay, now here if you see in the transportation and packaging, I'll also be able to know for all the transactions what the parent under which it has come. For example, if you see here, these are the transactions pertaining to computer junction. This is the ledger name and this is the narration. For the time, let me hide the narration. Now if you see here, now based on the parent itself, I can analyze what type of transactions have happened in this case. For example, in transportation, I also got, okay, all the transportation expenses are come under the selling and distribution. Now you should remember, this is giving both the debit and the credit. Okay, which means it is actually extracting the voucher and giving you. Okay, which means in this case, transportation, what are the ledgers? It's giving you the, for each of the vouchers, what are the debit and the credit. Okay, this is not the voucher, sorry. This is only the transactions pertaining to transportation and packing. Okay, now let's say I want the same details. I want it in a different way. For each of the ledgers, I also want to know the corresponding ledger name. So how do I get that? For that, I come to TCAD. There is one more feature in Daybook, which is called as ledger vouchers. I come to ledger vouchers. Now I'm going to give the same account so that you can see the difference. I come to contains and I say trans and I say show. It'll show me there are two transactions like this. I say transportation. Okay, and I say I can also get a daily breakup. Let me show this also, which means along with this ledger name, I can also get the daily breakup. I click on the daily breakup. Okay, there's only one ledger. If there are multiple ledgers, there's a new feature we added based on suggestions from one of our important clients, Mr. Sripal. So here you got append. If there are multiple ledgers, you can also get multiple ledgers and you can append them one below the other. Okay. And if I got multiple ledgers, I want to extract them in separate worksheets. I can also extract them in separate worksheets. I say okay. Now you see the beauty of this particular transactions as they're displayed, and see how meaningful and insightful it is to get this type of a data. Now for each of the transactions, I think in first one there is some issue. Yeah, I think something has got jumped. I think first transaction there is an issue. Forget about the first line. So here, if you see transportation packing, corresponding transaction for this is the corresponding ledger name, the Jet Roadways. Now, if you see here, this gives me the transportation. What is the corresponding ledger name? Let's expand the debit and the credit. Okay, it also gives me the closing balance. Okay, now I want a daily breakup. If you look at the daily breakup, let me apply filter. If I apply filter here, now if you see this is supposed to have a debit balance. Now I want to see on what are the dates there is a credit balance. I just click here credit. Now this gives me on what are the dates that transaction has got a credit balance. And I can also know why the credit has happened, because in Computer Junction we also sold them. Okay, this is why we got this particular transaction. So I can get a quick overview of all of this particular ledger in one go. Okay, let's come back again to my presentation. So here, if you see, I've shown you I've shown you in Daybook how you can extract the transactions. Not the transactions, you can also extract ledger vouchers. You can also get transactions pertaining to only bill-wise, which means wherever bill-wise is used, only that you can extract. You can also extract only cash transactions, bank transactions, or cash and bank transactions, or a bank group summary. And you can also extract trial balance of different types. Let me show you the trial balance of different types. I'm going to close this. Now let's come back here. Oh, I closed Excel itself. Sorry. Okay. Now I'll also show a feature. Now you got this XML file. From the XML file, can I directly extract and see the daybook? I'll show you that feature also. So we keep on adding new features based on suggestions from our clients, and also based on inputs from our research team. Now as coming to TCAT, so what is that I want to show you? I got this daybook. I showed you this. Let me just quickly finish this. In transactions. So if you see here, in transactions, you got different things. You want to add the reference number, bill wise, inventory transactions like that. You have this. You can also get with the opening and the closing balance. Extract is where you can extract specific ledger or a group of ledgers based on primary group or parent, or based on the expense ledgers. Okay, you can also select the period and the voucher type. Next, let's say you want to get month wise. In this case, because the educational version, I'll not be able to get month-wise transactions. Otherwise, I can also go and get, especially the large volume of transactions, I can extract month-wise. That will be much more faster, and then I can append them together. This is another interesting thing I want to show you. Let me show this. Yeah. So here I've got a daybook. This is where we have. I got this daybook. Here, month-wise, I showed you. This is not possible in this case. With this new feature we added called as XML to XLS. Let's say there's a client who has got large volume of data. Now you remember there are two steps in getting data from Tally. First, we send a request based on which the Tally will send you the SOAP request, which means the data will be given in a XML format. I showed you the XML format. That XML format is read and converted, put it in data grid, and then copied into Excel. There are two steps. Sometimes Tally itself takes a long time because it generates so many transactions. If the volume of transaction is high, Tally will take a long time, and you may feel that the Excel is hanging. Or let's say the client says that I cannot share the Tally data. You can tell him to share the data in XML format. So in this case, if you get the XML format, the data from the client of the XML format, you can convert it as a XML. For example, I showed you one XML file. Now if you see here, there are two XML files. Now there's a daybook XML. There's one particular issue the client had. We asked him to share the data in XML format. Let me open this and show. Now if you see here, the type of XML file available, let me just open this. Now you will be able to appreciate the magnitude of the work which is done. Now if you see here, what are the number of rows available here? I go to control end. Oh, it's taking time to go to the control end. Let's see. Now you see here, what is the number of transactions? 3,51,237. This is the number of transactions, rows which are available in this XML file. Now if you see this daybook XML, this is what I talked about. Let's come back to the end of this file. So here you have got about 28,149. Okay, this is the number of rows which are available. I'm going to close this XML file. Okay, I got this XML file. What I want to see is there's a new feature we added. I told you I got this daybook XML file. Can I read this XML file? So what I do here is I come to TCAT. I open the Excel file. It's already available here. Now I say XML. I can export in XML, which means the daybook transactions I can export in XML and share it with another auditor. Or here I want to convert XML as Excel. So I go and give the path. In this case, it's available here. I pick up the first file, daybook XML. I say open. Okay, now you just see there are about 28,000 rows in that XML file. Now I want only the daybook. From that, it will read all the elements and give the data to you in Excel file. See, now we got this Excel file. These are all the transactions from that Excel file. The 28,000 rows are actually containing transactions only 365 rows. Okay, that's the magnitude of the data which is kept in Tally in the XML file. Okay, now let me, how many Excels are opened? Only one. Now let me open that big file, which is the 3,50,000, and let's see how much time it takes. I got this daybook. I go to transactions. Now here I come to XML to XLS. Here convert XML as Excel. Now I'm going to browse, pick up that file. That is 35 MB file. I say open, and then I say okay. Now this opening that file, reading each of the elements. Now say 3,50,000 transactions there, whereas I got the daybook and it has got only 1,904 rows of transactions which are relevant for me. Which means we read the XML file, pick up the data elements which I told you. Showed you the ledger name. Pick up the ledger name and add these details as required row wise. So for each of the rows, we add the transaction. For example, we have the voucher number. For this, what is the debit, what is the credit? All the details are extracted, and you see how fast this works. Okay, now let's come to PCAT again. Let me go back to my presentation. So I have shown you how we can extract transactions ledger-wise, bill-wise. It's very simple. What I got here. Here, if I want bill-wise, I can just click on bill-wise transactions or cash book transactions. It will give me the details. Okay, let me just show you example. I got bill-wise transactions. Okay, now these are the 1 minute. Did he copy in a new sheet? Yes. No. Okay, the only problem is in Zoom, I think I got this issue. I didn't even click OK. All right, so I clicked OK now. Let me close things which are not required. I'm getting data from Tally. Let's finish this. Now 1 minute. Still doing loading results. Yeah, now let me close things which are not required, so it becomes faster for us. Okay, TCAT webinar files. I'm going to close this also. Notepad. Okay. Here the data has already come. I'm going to go back to this. Where is the data? This is the data. Now you see bill wise. I got all the transactions from that particular transaction, 1,570 transactions. What number of transactions that got bill wise? The data is available here. See, bill wise. In the case of bill wise, these are the details which are available inside Tally. On account, then we have bill wise debit and bill wise credit. Okay, this is how I can get. Similarly, if you see in daybook, I got ledger vouchers. I already showed you cash transactions. If I want to extract only cash transactions, I just click here. I select what are the details I want. Now for the cash transaction, let's say I want with the parent. This is very important. This may take a little time, which means for each of the transactions, when I export the daybook, it gives only the ledger name. I also want with the parent. So in this case, it has to actually combine with the masters and it should give the data. See, now we already got the data. So now here, if you see for the cash, I also know what is the corresponding parent under which comes. Okay, now here, if I want to see based on the parent, I can pick up all the transactions which happen. For example, administrative expenses. Okay, these are all the payments of administrative expenses which are paid in cash. Now here you see, we can immediately know there is an issue here. Staff welfare expenses, lunch expenses incurred for training guest. How can you pay 2 lakh rupees for training this one? So there is some issue. Maybe there's some bribe or something has been paid. It has accounted like this. So let's say I sort it this way. So this way you can just do extract the transactions and get the transaction. This is the beauty of getting the data in Excel, that you can sort it in whatever way you want. Now let's sort it. Now you see here, this stands out as an outlier. How come you got just 2 lakh rupees? Okay, all these other expenses are smaller. Now let me pick up what the other payments are there. Okay, now I got this fixed indirect expenses. Let me pick up all the expenses are under indirect expenses. I just sort it. Now if you see here, research and development expenses, and they have paid this amount, and it says payment, and this is paid in, remember, paid in cash. And what is the narration? There's no narration. Okay, this definitely requires some explanation. You got this business promotion expenses, 75,000 rupees, no narration. I got this travel expenses, 35,000, no narration. I got this business promotion expenses again, 25,000 rupees. Legal fees, they have written a narration. Okay, so this is how we can extract the transactions. So on this, you remember, I just extracted all the transactions of cash, and I added the parent also. I could have added the primary group also from here. So here we're talking about, okay, this is what we had. Now let me come back to TCAT. Now here I showed you in Daybook what are things which are possible. We can also get the cash and bank transactions also. Okay, now let me just come back here. So here I want to show you the nitty-gritties of what all is possible here. Now the problem in Zoom, I need to just go back. Okay, now I've got this data. See here, if you see, I've also got bill-wise like that I showed you. Depending on what you want, you can extract. Okay, then now let's say I got this particular data. I want to export into XML. When I say XML, I say export in XML. Then I give the period for which the data is required. I say where the data is required. I give the path based on this particular data what I've selected will be converted as XML, and you can share the file, XML file. Let's say the staff share the XML file with you. You can take the XML file and use it, convert as XML, and you can see it in Excel. Okay, now let's come back here. So I've shown you what is possible in accounting. Now let me come to the trial balance. Now you've got different types of trial balances. You can get closing ledger balances, group wise, ledger wise, etc. Now let me quickly show you the ledger wise. Now here, if you come to TCAT, now you have the trial balance. I just say closing ledger balances. The closing ledger balances will just give for all the ledger balances, all the transactions. Here you have to remove the profit loss account and also add stock in trade if you want it to balance. This is a cash. Let's close this. Okay, now here you see, I got the trial balance. All the ledger balances, I got debit and credit. Okay, same thing. Let's say I want the trial balance pertaining to ledger with groups. So it gives me, do I want the opening balance, transactions, etc. I want all the things, and also where the transaction is greater than 0. I say okay. Now it gives me the trial balance like this. I want to pick up all the transactions with 0 because it could be possible they have squared out transactions during the year. I can also pick up that. Okay, now let's say for the purpose of my audit, I want to pick up only the closing balances. So I remove everything and I say I want only closing balances. Okay, I say okay. Now you see I should be able to get the trial balance only with the closing debit and credit. Now it's very simple. Now if I want to prepare a schedule 3, formatting everything I want to do, linkage, everything becomes very easy for me to do. Okay, now here this I wanted with the parent, without parent. So in that case I say ledger with groups. So here I say I want without transactions, I want with the parent, and I want closing balance, I want with the primary group. Let's look at this. See, I should be able to extract the ledger with the parent and the primary group, and it gives me the debit and the credit. Okay, so this is what I said is possible in the trial balance. You also got trial balance of multiple companies. In this case, I've opened one company only, so that one company will be shown. I think let me finish the presentation, then it will be easy to navigate. Yeah. Okay, it looks like I've got 2 PowerPoint files open. Yeah, let me close this. Yeah, now let me come back here. One PowerPoint presentation. Let me quickly go through this. Now this is what I said. So here I was talking about trial balance, different types of trial balance. Now here I got query masters. From all the masters, I can also query and get various types of this one. Then I got the inventory type of transactions. And here also in inventory, I've got the masters and the transactions. In cost center also, again, I got transactions and masters. And in case of payroll, I got the transactions in the masters. There are different types of masters applicable for each of them. And then I've got the registers. The registers, I told you, you got sales, purchases, and journal. And the last part I said is the audit features also are available, which means ledger scrutiny, exceptions, ratios, etc. This also you can get. You also have features for statistics. You also have got a features for validating the patterns of any type of data, including the GST. Okay, this is the complete list of all the functions which are available in TCAT. Now, before that, let me just show you. Now, if you see here, this is what I want to show you. I got this configure documents. I've already walked you through all this. Now, this what is the panel pertaining to analyze. In this, I got the so this is why it's not closing. See, because only one tally is open, so it's showing me one tally. If I've got multiple companies, I'll be able to show multiple companies. Let me open one more company. Let's say I've got this data. Now I open one more company. Let's say I come to company. I select this company. Now this is available. Okay, let me pick this company. I've got these two companies here. Now let me open one more company. So then you'll get an idea. Select company. Okay, here I've selected, let's say, demo company, or let's say Krishna Traders. Now I've got three companies open. Now let me come back to the trial balance, multiple companies. When I open this, now if you see here, okay, I've learned to navigate. Yeah, now I got this. Now see, all the three companies are available. Now the beauty of this one is when I extract the trial balance of this, I can get ledger wise, group wise, ledger groups. I can get the opening balance, closing balance, and not only that, I can append and I can also do consolidation. So it means if I got trial balance of multiple branches, I want to append and consolidate them, I can do it at one go using TCAT, which means I open all the companies and one go I can extract all the trial balances. Not only that, I can append them one below the other. When I append, it's not like in Excel, I just copy and paste. It will also add the worksheet name. So it means you can filter based on, let's say I got 10 branches and I appended all the trial balance from all the 10 branches. Now I want to see what are the, let's say, general administrative expenses. I just filter on general and administrative expenses. I'll be able to pick up all the data pertaining to all the 10 branches in one go. That is the advantage of append. And not only that, if I want to, let's say, do a pivot table, I can do it. Consolidate as per the ledger names in each of the 10 trial balances. It will consolidate and it will give you the count and the total amount. For example, I got rent and I total consolidate for all the trial balances. And let's say rent, I got 10 branches, I got only 9 figures. Then I know in one branch, maybe the rent has not been accounted. Okay, now let's come back here. So we have looked at the quick overview of the functions. Now let's, I've been already showing the demo of the selected functions as we go on. So this is what I want to show you: export of masters and trial balance, which we already showed you. Export of transactions of daybook, ledger vouchers of all or selected ledgers. This also I've shown you. A demo of export of registers. This is what I want to show you now. Export of sales and purchase journal. Let me minimize it like this so it becomes easier to navigate. I got this data. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a new workbook. Now I come to TCAT. I want, let's say, sales, and I want sales vouchers. This will extract all the sales voucher. Now I can also say I want for the sales voucher, show narration, show party name, all the details, whatever I want, I can get the details. Let's say I want with the parent, and I say okay. All the sales vouchers will be available to me using this particular format. See, now you got this for each of the sales transactions. I've also got with the parent. The most important thing I want to show you is when you get with the parent, you can do analysis at different levels altogether. Now let's say same thing I want to do sales register. Now I want to do columnar. Now if you see here, there are so many things I get here in columnar. Now let's say for the timing, I've just picked up some select items. I say okay. I can also select the period. Here I've selected the full period. I can also select the period. Now here, if you see in this case, when you got inventory, it will show you the vouchers. It will show you the quantity, rate, value, and the gross profit for each of the items. Okay, this is what I said is the sales register. Similarly, I can also extract the details of the purchases. I say purchases, I'll say columnar. It follows the same pattern. I got the details. I say okay. This will extract all the purchase details and then give to me in a columnar. In Tally, you got something called columnar. You can also extract this in a columnar way. Now here, let's say this is what you've seen. Similarly, I want journal vouchers. Here I can click on journal. I say journal vouchers. Now I got this show party. Here also I want with the parent. Now the important thing is when you add parent, I think you can do analysis at a completely different level because you can analyze as per the parent and pick up the exceptions or irregularities. Now you see, I'm able to get all this data in a very structured manner. So these journal entries, I want to know what are the type of journal entries they're passed. I can just go here and then based on that, let's say I just sort it based on this, simple. I don't need to do anything else. I just come to data and I say sort. And now based on each of the ledger names, I get sort. Now here I can do a detailed ledger scrutiny based on this. Okay, so this is based on all the journal entries. Let's say I hide this narration. For the timing, I don't want to see the narration. Let's say I don't want to see the party name also. Okay, now I got this. Now let me just expand this a little. And now if you see here, I got this particulars, the journal type, the debit amount, credit amount as per the parent. Now I want to pick up, see, I can just get at one glance, I'll be able to know what are the type of transactions which have happened. Okay, so it means I'll get to know all the journal entries they passed. Not only that, as per each category of the parent, under which head of account they have passed this entry, I can get this. For example, loans advances. How many loans advances are passed? Here, if you see rent account, all of a sudden I find there is an exception here. It's supposed to be 1 lakh, and then it jumps to 1,75,000. So this clearly stands out as an exception. So I can mark it and then say why there's an exception. I go back to Tally and then cross check why this amount has been paid, or do a little exploration to check why this is an exceptional transactions. So I can just do a ledger scrutiny based on this details itself. This now if you see here, selling and distribution expenses. Now repairs and maintenance, if you see here, this 35,000 rupees, it seems to be paid on really odd dates. Okay, 1st April. In this case, because we got only 2 dates, we can't take it that way. So here I get the selling and distribution expenses. I want to filter, pick up only one particular details I can pick up. Now this Sandrigata, this Phoenix agency, why 5 lakh rupees come, I can go and investigate. So I can pick up all these exceptions at one glance. Okay, this is what is possible when I'm able to export the journal in the way I wanted. Okay, so we have seen how to export the journal. Now let me show you the last part, which is the most interesting part, which is the reports and analyze panel. Let me close the presentation, then I think I'll show the demo. Okay, so what is that you can do with TCAT? I think this summarizes the discussion, all that we had. You can do more in less time by using TCAT and the power of MS Excel. I just showed you MS Excel. You can also use various types of data analytics software to do further analysis. So this is what is TCAT all about, an automated solution for exporting data from Tally to MS Excel in a few clicks to perform further analysis required. Okay, this is my email ID. Okay, with this, I'll close my presentation and then I'll show the last demo. And if there are any questions, I'll be glad to take them. Okay, now what is that I want to show you? I want to show you the details pertaining to the analyze panel. Now, in this case, I got 3 companies. There's going to be, let me decide which company I want to show. Krishna Traders, which means actually to work on the active company. I'm going to take this Krishna Traders itself. Ideally, it's best to work with only one company, which is open only one company and extract reports only that company. I got this TCAT. Now I want to come to this panel, the audit panel. I come to ledger scrutiny. In ledger scrutiny, you see there are so many types of exceptions which are automatically available in Tally, in the audit and scrutiny, in the audit security, control function. I say okay. All these are extracted from Tally, and you will be able to get this in one go, which means I did only 2-3 clicks and able to get all these reports. See, I've got the details. Here inside this, I can go to this. These are accounts which are squared off during the year, which means the debit and credit are balanced during the year. So then I can see what happened, which means this will not come in the trial balance. So it could be possible they might have done some adjustments. I can go and pick up this particular item. For example, generally does there's a transaction debit and transaction credit. Similarly, Vijay Kumar 10 lakhs and 10 lakhs. So this account has been closed during the year. In a trial balance, it will not come. But I'm interested in analyzing what has happened in the transactions. I can pick up these details. Okay. Similarly, I want accounts with no transaction during the year. Verification balance, I can get the complete summary of balances. I can pick up the payables or the accounts which are not used during the year, and accounts used only during the current year. These are new accounts which are created. I can also get a list of the receivables. Like that, there are various types of reports which I can get at one glance. These are all interbank transactions. Now let me come back and show you one more report. Now here I come to once again the analyze panel. In audit, I got the exceptions. I click on the exceptions. Now if you see here, I pick up all these exceptions. Now for example, let's say I don't want the address and the email ID. I say okay. See, all these reports I can get from Tally. See, I got the negative ledgers. These are all the negative ledgers. So transactions which are supposed to have debit balance, which have got a corresponding balance. Okay, our transactions which are supposed to have credit balance have got a debit balance. These are all the ledgers like this. Negative stock. Now let's say you want to see these are the negative stock which are available. You want to extract the negative stock with the daily breakup. For that, we added a new feature based on suggestion from one of our clients, Mr. Sripal. So you got the spending advances, you got highest and lowest advances. Now this is also very, very critical. For each of the expenses, it tells me what is the highest transaction and what are the lowest transactions. Now if you see here, so this also throws out all the exceptions at one glance. Now these are transactions which happens holiday. In this case, holiday is not configured. That's why I'm not getting the report. This will give you the fixer set on one glance with all the additions and deletions. And this will give you the overdue receivables and overdue payables. Okay, let's come back. So what I want to show you was, let's say in TCAT, I want to show you the audit in exceptions. I want to pick up the negative stock. Now I've got this negative stock. So you see, this is a new feature we added. In negative stock, I say daily breakup. I click on the daily breakup and say okay. Now Tally gives by default the items or ledgers which are negative stock, which means during there at any point of time just be negative, it will give me the list. In this case, we added a new feature where for that ledger we query and pick up all the transactions of that particular ledger and give you the details so that you can identify on what day the transaction became negative. Now, if you see there are 5-6 items, first extracting the HCL PRV stock item, like that it will extract all the items one by one, and then it display. Then you'll also be able to know exactly when the stock became negative and when it became positive. Then you can do a further analysis to why the stock was negative on the particular days. Now it's extracting the second thing. This will take a little time because it has to do a lot of analysis to pick up the transactions from multiple tables. So this is what I want to show you, that using these features, you can extract any type of data. We give you easy access to all the data of the masters and transactions which are available inside Tally. So we're extracting, I think 5-6 ledgers are there. We're extracting one by one. It's copied in the background in the data grid, and from there we'll copy into Excel. I'll take another 2 to 3 minutes. So here this time, I think I wanted to make presentation a little different. So I want to show you practically how you can extract the data. If you go to my previous webinars, I've also shown you extract from different files of different sizes, saying that, okay, the company got 1 lakh records. You can extract the daybook of even 1 lakh records. The only question is, it depends on the configuration of your computer. So if you got, let's say 8 GB and this one i5, most of the details you'll be able to extract quite easily. Or other times it may take a little more time. Okay, now if you see here, I got this negative stock items. These are the 6 items here there. And for each of the items, HCL stock, I get the closing balance. I know when exactly it become negative. Now you see HCL PIV, here I know when it has become negative. Okay, similarly, this particular item, I know when it has been negative. Like that, I'll be able to get a complete summary for all this. I can get this not only for the inventory, I can also get the negative items of the stock. Okay, so at one glance, I'm able to get, so I can analyze and check why the inventory became negative. Did they forget to account some purchases, or was the delay, the sale was accounted first and the purchase was accounted later? So you can do the analysis as required. Now I want to show you one more thing. Now if you see here, I want to extract here, let's say audit. I got the ratios. Now I want to extract the ratios for the yearly, because it's an education version, I can get only yearly. In the full version, I can also get, that is the Tally full license version. I can also get monthly, quarterly, etc. I say, okay, I'll be able to extract all these ratios here. Now let's say I'm able to extract this on a monthly basis. I'll be able to get a quick overview of how the ratios are moved during each of the months. Like I said, you can also validate the PAN, patterns, and GSTN. If I got the numbers, it will give me the patterns of GSTN. If I got some GST number, I can validate the pattern for each of the GSTN. I can select the column name. Based on that, I can select the particular number and also extract the details from that particular GSTN. You'll be able to get the complete Jatka, which means what is a normal or composite dealer, tax selector, tax director. All this is embedded inside the way the GSTN number is coded. Okay, and I can pick up all this information directly from there. For example, 29 means Karnataka. So this particular thing, it will also display for each of the numbers. Let's say you got 1000 GST numbers, you will also be able to display the state numbers. Okay, so this is what I want to quickly give an overview of what is possible in TCAT. So let me stop sharing the screen. If you got any questions, I'll be glad to take it. So thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you in the future webinars. Bye.